You think this is a teaspoon? You sweet, innocent soul. If you've ever tried to follow a Caribbean recipe, I promise you, they lied to you. Caribbean recipes are not designed for outsiders. In fact, I'm convinced they made them confusing on purpose. Because when you ask a Caribbean person for exact measurements, you're going to get one of two responses. Just put enough until it look right. Or my personal favorite, you will feel it in your spirit. If you need grams, cups, or teaspoons to survive in a kitchen, this video is going to hurt your feelings. Okay, alright. Let's do a little test to see if you're even ready. If I say, put a sprinkle of salt, do you A, grab a tiny measuring spoon, or B, shake that container like you're summoning a tropical storm? If you pick A, well, go ahead and order some food, because right now it's not looking good. Alright. If I say add some water, do you A, slowly pour a cup while watching the line, or B, turn on the top until God tell it to stop? If you picked A, you are already failing. And listen, don't ask us how much time should I put, because the answer will always be, just use enough. Enough for what? Well, you'll find out when it's too late. But here's the thing. This isn't because you're lazy. No. This is because Caribbean cooking, we learned from watching our parents and grandparents. They didn't measure. They listened to the pot. The sizzle told you when the oil was ready. The smell told you if you needed some seasoning. And the color told you when it was done. It's not chaos. It's ancestral science. But okay, I'll be fair. There is a way for outsiders to master Caribbean recipe. Step 1, pack your bags. Step 2, move into a Caribbean household for 5 years. You'll have to do dishes while learning how to wash meat with vinegar and lime. You'll get cussed for opening the pot too early. And you'll need to pass the ultimate test. Frying ripe plantain without burning it. If you survive that training, then, and only then, can you claim to make a proper stewed chicken without measuring. Let's talk about the badge of honor. And this is why you can't follow a Caribbean recipe unless you're Caribbean. It's not just the food, it's the history, the rhythm, the instinct. We don't measure because we don't have to. Our seasoning is generational. Our cooking style is instinctive. We cook with love, with memory, with pride. And if you're still standing there with your little measuring spoon, maybe it's best if you just bring the drinks. My friend, I've seen outsiders try, and believe me, it's not pretty. I've watched someone make rice and peas with, wait for it, with rice, frozen peas, and soy sauce.
Hell no!
They thought peas meant green peas. The spirit left my body. Then there was the person who marinated jerk chicken in barbecue sauce because the sauce was brown. At this point, you can't even be mad. You just have to pray for them.
Help me, Father!
And let's not forget the classic. Thinking Scotch bonnet means a mild, gentle pepper. No, sweetheart, you just saw the gates of heaven. So, after all this, there's an unwritten rule to Caribbean cooking. You're not just feeding stomachs, you're feeding souls. That's why we season like our enemies are eating too. That's why we don't stop until the kitchen smells like Sunday afternoon. And that's why you'll never see a Caribbean person sprinkling salt like they're in a cooking show. No. We season with conviction, with risk action, with purpose. And if you don't come out of the kitchen with at least one splatter of oil on your shirt, you didn't cook. You reheated. Now, for the brave outsiders who think they're ready, there's one final test. We hand you a pot of chopped up chicken. If we tell you to add a little browning and you add half the bottle, you fail. If you add 2 drops and call it done, you fail. The right amount? You'll know when the sauce look like it could stain a white shirt from across the room. And even if you pass that, you still have to master the big 3. Number 1, knowing when to turn the pot down without looking. Number 2, adding just enough pepper to make people sweat, but not call an ambulance. And 3, serving everything with that 1 spoon that's been in the family way before you were born. Now, if you want to know the real reason we don't measure, here's the truth. The real reason you can't follow a Caribbean recipe unless you're Caribbean is because it's not about exact measurement. It's about memory. We cook the way our mothers cook, and they cook the way their mothers cook. A tablespoon is not a measurement, it's a feeling. A pinch is not a pinch. It's a generational handshake between you and every ancestor that came before. We don't need timers. We don't need scales. We have something stronger. We have instinct. And when you got that, every meal is a masterpiece. So if you ever find yourself in a Caribbean kitchen and you're holding a measuring cup, put it down. Open your senses. Trust your wrist. And for heaven's sakes, season that chicken like you mean it. Because at the end of the day, in a Caribbean kitchen, the only thing that we measure is respect. Because remember, it's not just a destination. It's the journey. Bless up.